Everything about that movie centers on what she stoops to conquer, metaphorically. And before I proceed, um, please click the subscribe button to subscribe on this channel, and always do come back because I will always be reviewing so many movies. And believe you me, you are gonna be finding them captivating and intriguing. So click on the subscribe button to subscribe. Then you can drop your comment if there is any question you want to ask or any statement you want to make. Of course, looking at the movie, the rejected mate. Of course, I must give kudos to the producer. There was an excellent performance in that movie, especially in terms of suspense. The suspense lingered in that movie, from beginning to end, and an element of flashback was also used in giving a retrospect to where that the action of the movie began. But let's look at the plot of this movie. The plot centers on you know the major characters there. Of course, you have Nicole, you have the mother, you have Charles, you have Nina, and uh, I think four of them were the major characters, and other absentee actors like Charles' father, who was late, you know, Nina's mother, like, also who is also was late. And of course, these are authentic characters mentioned in that movies. And of course, it's centered on the fact that Nicole's mother was a business associate with Charles' father. And of course, when Charles' father was alive, he is a wealthy man. Of course, giving a helping hand to, you know, to Nicole's mother, and that relationship, that friendship has been built. So, but when Charles' father died, so Charles got to step in to manage the business for them. But you know, unfortunately for Charles, he was as in he was, he found himself in a fraudulent act. Someone was trying to dupe him. So there was a chaos of fraudulent activity on their business, and that led to the business downfall and some of their assets and properties being taken away from him. And even that led to his what? Imprisonment. It led to his imprisonment, and of course, it was now that led to his imprisonment. And the movie started as soon as Charles was being what? Released from the what? Prison. Now, him being released from the prison, he doesn't know his direction anymore. He was so skint. He was hard up as like he had no money on him, especially for transport to even go home. And he quickly moved down. He quickly, rushed down to the only person that he knows, which was the business associate of his late father, which is Nicole's mother, and he quickly ran there. Getting to the gate, whom he met was Nicole, and in that movie, Nicole was projected as, she was characterized as a baddie, as a, how baddie is, happening big baddie, and baddies are mostly untrained, lack moral and social etiquette, so Charles getting to the gate, whom he met was Nicole. And touching Nicole, Nicole was like, who is this madman touching me? Because, Charles just came out from uh, prison. So He was just trying to because he need to refurbish himself and the rest. So it was not Nina that came out. Nina was characterized in that movie as a very very domesticated human being. She has this idiosyncrasy, this calm and human sympathy. She has this human to rapport with human beings. So she came in and rendered a helping hand to Charles. So of course, bringing Charles in after she has put a call to the mom, they brought Charles in, and Charles, the mom was able to receive Charles, being the son of her former business boss. So they receive Charles in, and so now this is where you know the climax starts to get intense now. I think now listen, before Charles' father died, there was a loan that amounting to billions he granted to Nicole's mother, and these billions, the payment clause was that you have to repay me my money at so time, but in the event that you are unable to do so, my son Charles shall marry your daughter. And that was a clause in place of the what agreement that was sealed, and both partners agreed. Of course, they agreed. So years down by now, Charles coming out of prison and being handicapped financially, reminded the woman of the money that she is owing his late father. The mother was like, as it is now, he is in low water, like lack of cash. He doesn't have anything, and the only option now available was for him to get married to his what daughter, to one of his daughters. Now there was an element of irony that came in again. Nicole's mom, now trying to play smart, now decided that since this guy, Charles, is vulnerable at this point in time, okay, let me just cripple him completely. Let me just cripple him completely. So in that his scheme of work she was planning, she now decided that Nick Charles is gonna get married to Nina, which was her stepdaughter. Are you seeing it? Which was her stepdaughter, and she she wanted it to be so that it would not be a punishment to Charles, and he doesn't want Charles to get married to her own biological daughter, which is Nicole. And even Nicole was resenting Charles at that point in time, given the fact that Charles just came out from prison. They tagged him an ex-convict, a smelly person, this and that, whatever. But trust me, life has a way of paying the innocent ones. And it turns out that Nina tried to prove to be the what the domesticated one. You see, most of these rich persons, they don't. Most of the time they use their domestic servants or their non-biological children for some kind of chores, and they don't know that they are training these children. But at the end of the day, those children will turn out more refined than your own um, than your own children. And of course, that was what happened. That was what happened in the case of that was what happened in the case of Nina. Nina has been well refined a wife material. Of course, as nature may have it, both of them bonded, both of them bonded, and Nicole's mother, you know, sensing again that Charles was vulnerable and lacked money, now made him a gatekeeper, a security guard in her house. But trust me, at the end of the day, it was you know there was a revelation that you know Nicole's mother was the one that you know killed Nina's mother and took over to marry the man. You understand me? To marry the man because of greediness, because of jealousy, and this thing was made is exposed when Nicole finally started developing jealousy after seeing that the plan with Nina and Charles isn't working negatively, but rather positively. And she is now looking for a way to get into Charles to destabilize the relationship he has with Nina. In seeking for idea, that was when the mom now revealed to her how she was able to conquer hers. When Nina's mother was also in love with the husband. I believe you are getting me. But please, if you are watching this video, please make sure you subscribe as I'm giving you the detailed analysis. And of course, but God may have it. Got to a point in time that Nina was trying to graduate, being as a final year student, the last school fees to pay, she was lacking the financial capability to pay school fees. Now begging the mother said he doesn't have money, begging, she begged Nicole, because they all wanted to frustrate him. But trust what? Trust. The mother was now, Nicole's mother was now telling Nina to go and sell the gold her late mother, that is Nina's mother, left for her before she died. So going to sell the gold, Nicole has already made call to one of the bad boys in the street to, you know, intercept Nina on the way and rob her of that gold. But unknown to her, Charles was already beside the window. He's dropping. Now he's dropping. Charles, being a security guy and has known one or two bad boys again in the streets, put a call across of which that gold was intercepted. So it was what they now stole and used it to clear Nina's school fees. Through that medium again, Nina was able to get a laptop for Charles. So during this process, their love was growing stronger, 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 stronger to the point that even the Nina and her mother were what being surprised. They are being surprised as like, how are these people growing more bond further despite all the antagonization that have been imposing towards them. It was so shocking to them. But guess what? At the end of the day, with the laptop um, Nina got for Charles, Charles was able to be doing some online transactions and still was able to be still fighting for the father's properties, late father's properties, and but at the end of the day, God may have it, she was able to, uh, he was able to retrieve all the assets. Everything was released, and he became a multi-millionaire. And at that point in time, Nina became pregnant for their first child, and you know, it was a happy moment for them, and a disastrous moment for Nicole and her mother. So I must say that the movie is a very captivating. one, a very intriguing and captivating one. And I love the setting of the movie, just within a particular setting, few characters, and a deeper and knowledgeable story was made. Okay, now let's look at the dramatic techniques used in that movie. Plot, which is the storyline, of which I've given you the storyline. You've seen the local point attack. Point of attack refers to what is the issue that leads to the whole drama in a particular work of art. Of course, you see how uh, Charles being got out of prison, trying to come to Nicole's mother's place to get rescued for the short time, get pounced back at the gate by Nicole. Are you getting me? So, and that was where the whole imbroglio started. And if you look at the subject matter of the whole movie, the subject matter is based on the fact is the subject matter still portrays on the loan that Nicole's mother collected from uh, Charles' father, and there was an agreement written. The agreement was that you should return my money at so time, but eventually, in the eventuality that you were unable to pay the money, that my son should get married to one of your daughters. That is the subject matter of the movie, and that is where the whole of thing revolve around. And when you look at the setting of the movie, the setting was set. It was set in a just within a secluded kind of just within the house there. Just in a serene environment in a city form, modern city form, and you know nothing much. It's a recent movie. It's a recent movie set in a modern city form. And when you look at the characters and their characterization, their roles, the characters I've mentioned them, Nina, Charles, Nicole's mom, um, see, um, Nicole herself, Nina, and so look at their characterization. Charles, a promising young man with bright future who come from a wealthy home. Nina, also from a wealthy home, but her stepmom, her mom, biological mom is dead, of which her friend's mom, which was Nicole's mother, adopted her, and they have been living together for years. So you see their both characters. The mom, you see another point there. Nicole's Nicole's mother like daughter, uh, they are frustrated. And another point you should also take note of there is the issue of single mothers. Single mothers hardly raise the rightful daughters. You see, in the case of Nicole with the mother, they are destabilized, frustrated, no leadership because they need a man figure in their life, but unfortunately they do not have it. You understand me? So when you look at the themes themes you can get from that, you have theme of love, especially the natural love that clicked between Charles and Nina, and both of them from nothing believe in unity, believe that they can work together, believe that they can make things out of something, and they are gladly, you know, join together as husband and wife. And you have theme of nature. Nature has a way of bringing people together. And just in the case of Nina and Charles, at this point in time, both of them are now husband and wife. Understand me? So every disappointment is what a blessing. We have theme of jealousy, theme of envy, as in the case of Nicole's mom and Nicole. Their enviousness is second to none. Is second to none, and that is what we refer as she stood to conquer. Team of envy, you know, from the from how she stood to conquer Nina's mom time, woman died and the rest just because of possessions of worldly materials and the rest. And the envy was natural, trying to frustrate the innocent young man, denying him freedom, denying him his rights and the whole thing. I like to say the greediness and selfishness of man. And we also have theme of unity in all that is happening. You see Nina and Charles, they were united. They were united. Cooperation. The cooperation was there and the bond was there. So I think uh, that movie also have the theme that what you should never look down on any man. Never look down on any man. Starting from the gate, Nicole exhibited his you know idiosyncrasy, which was so appalling. Was so appalling. It was so resentful. You know, and again, when the mother was convinced that probably she should get married to it, she was like, "Who is this rat? Ex-convict, this dirty pig, blah blah blah." Stuff like that. So it's not good to resent any man in life because you can never know the destiny of any man. Please, if you are watching this review, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel.